Hi, this is Peggy at Headshots by Peggy, and today on the Headshot, we're going to talk about eyes. Everyone's heard the term that your eyes are the gateway to your soul, or the doorway to your soul, or you can see someone's soul through their eyes. That's something that's very common. And why do people say that? Because it's actually true. So in a headshot, it's very important to be conscious of this very thing. In a headshot, it's very important that you are looking straight in the lens of the camera. If you look above the lens or off to the side of the lens, you're not going to connect the same way. Because when a casting director sees your headshot, you should be looking them straight in the eyes so that you connect exactly, to them immediately. It's something that's just built into our nature. We are creatures that understand eye contact. We are creatures that need eye contact. It's something, that's how we feel safe. That's how we know if we can trust someone. There's so many things that you get with eye contact. When you meet strangers, you're meeting someone for the first time, you shake their hand, and if they don't look you in the eye and they look down and give you a wimpy handshake, it's like, oh, something's a little off. Well, that's the same way with your headshot, because if you're not looking straight down the barrel of that camera lens in your headshot, if you're looking off or you're looking to the side or you're doing some artsy pose or some lifestyle pose, those are not headshots. A headshot is your handshake. It's your first impression. It's your introduction to a casting director. And you have to make eye contact with them. And the only way you can do that through a picture is by staring right down that lens. So when I have clients in the studio, I'm always saying, look right here, look right into the lens. And I point to the lens of my camera and I say, put all your energy and put all your concentration into that lens. The other thing you need to know is so much emotion is expressed through your eyes. I mean, you can have a huge smile on your face, but if you're sad, you can see it in their eyes. And you know that. You've seen people that, appear to be happy, they're smiling, but you can just tell that they're empty and they're sad and they're hurting. And those are the things that we want to express in your headshot. So if you want a headshot that shows you as a character that's dark or, troubled, then you need to actually feel that. You can't just go, I mean, you have people that come in and they're like, I'll just use this as an example. Yeah, I want to be a tough guy. And so their idea of tough guy is, and that's not tough. That's literally just a blank stare. It doesn't give me any emotion. It doesn't give me anything. So you have to go there. And as an actor, this is a great rehearsal or great practice for you. You have to go there. A lot of times when I'm doing headshots, I will run a scene with an actor to get them in that moment. But when you're running lines and you're auditioning and you're working on set, you never look into the camera. That's an absolute no-no. But in headshots, that's what you have to do, because once you get hired, then everything, your acting shows everything. But that casting director, he's got a thumbnail and he's got to see you and that emotion and your soul. So you have to show that in the headshot. You're happy, you're whatever it is, you have to go there in your mind. You have to go there. You have to be present in that emotion, because when you feel that emotion comes out of your eyes. That's why sometimes I'll say, tell me a story. Tell me about the funniest thing that happened this week, or tell me about the saddest thing that's happened. Tell me about something, I may even, tell you to tell my camera a private story and let you just run through that in your mind until I can see, when I see that emotion click and I can see you turning into that character, then that's when I'm going to capture it, because that's what you need in your headshot. You don't need a pretty picture. You need an effective headshot that shows you as that casting type that you're trying to portray. So you have to get there. You have to get there emotionally so that it can show out of your eyes. So it's very, very important that you know, whether you're having a conversation with me or you're having a conversation in your head, whatever it is, whatever your process is, don't be afraid to tell your photographer. You know, I have some clients that are like, okay, I've got this. I know where I need to be. Just give me a second. Maybe they do a breath. Maybe they do a minute of meditation, whatever it takes them to get them in that space. And then they come back and they give me that, you know, right into the camera, you know, solid look where I can capture that little macro expression that comes out of their eyes. Because once it's part of you, once you feel that emotion, it comes out of your eyes. It shows in the lines. It shows in the creases of your face. All those little tiny things that are so important to having an effective, marketable headshot. So when you go in, I say it all the time, you know, you need an effective headshot because your headshot is the most important part of your marketing strategy. So you need to have a strategy, you need to have a plan so that when you go in for your headshots, you know exactly what character type you are ready to do, and you're ready to get yourself there emotionally, whether it's, you know, through me talking you through it, whether it's you getting there yourself, but you need to know that you can get there. And it's absolutely fine to practice this in front of the mirror. You know, practice this and practice it in front of your cell phone, you know, videotape yourself, and you can watch yourself getting into that. You know, you'll see when you actually get there emotionally, you'll see how your face changes and how your eyes change. So this is something you need anyway, because when you're acting, you have to be able to do this. You have to be able to do this on set. You have to be able, the director needs to tell you, this is what I want, and you need to be able to get there. So headshots is, you know, just the first step, because that's what's going to get you in the door. That's what's going to get you that audition. That's what's going to get you booked. And that's what's going to give you the ability to get on set and bring it all. So when you come into your headshot session, you can't just be like, oh yeah, I need headshots. I mean, this is serious. You need to be in there 100% ready to give your all and get those effective headshots, because ultimately you want to work, right? You want to get in there. You want to audition. You want to show off, you know, your amazing skills. So that's how you should be. That's the mindset you should be. Always be concentrating on those eyes. Those eyes need to be right down the camera, not up at the photographer, not over to the side, not at the, you know, but right deep down into the lens of that camera. That's where your focus needs to be. You need to give all that emotion, all that, you know, the character type that you need to portray. You become that, you give that, and boom, there's your headshot. So that is the headshot for this month. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that answered some of your questions about eyes and where do I look. Because I do have people come in and, you know, they're not sure. They get nervous. Oh, I don't like looking at cameras. And that's okay. A lot of people do that. So don't feel like, oh my gosh, maybe I'm not a very good actor because I don't like looking into a camera. No, most actors don't like looking into the camera. But this is part of your job because it's part of your marketing. If you don't have effective headshots, you're not going to get in the door. So this is something you need to learn to do. It doesn't have to be natural. It doesn't have to be something you love, but it does have to be something that you're good at doing and that you can do. So work on that, and when you go in for headshots, be ready to give everything you have and right through the eyes, become that character type and let your eyes shine. All right, guys, have an amazing week. I will be back next week with another amazing vlog, and I will see you next month with another episode of The Headshot. All right, thanks, guys.